Hello, everybody. Once again, thank you so much for being here on my show. And of course, today, I'm of course your host, Justin Jorgensen, and this is Just in Time to Chat. And today, it's late, at least where I live. Not super late. It's past 9 o'clock, but that's late for, it's late for an episode. But so this is really kind of dumb. But I got this new ring light, from Walmart, and it's sitting right up here above my setup. And it improves my lighting so much. And I can change the color. Like it can be like whitish, and then like this. And I like this color, but it makes the lighting so much better. Just making sure we got everything running smoothly here. Looks like everything is good to go. Perfect. Awesome. So today it's going to be more of a laid back episode. I just wanted to get on. Obviously, this is Just in Time to Chat, episode number 37. We're almost in the 40s, guys. We're almost in the 40s. And now that I'm doing this more regularly, it's a more regular thing now that I'm back. So that's good. That's always good. Let me make sure real quick, right before we get in, just making sure that everything's running smooth, because I've been having some issues with this software. So let me just double check. Okay, yes. Thank goodness. It looks great. It's looking good. So, as you can tell by the title of this episode, I wanted to discuss how Zack Snyder's Justice League will change cinema. And I'm not talking about Justice League being some big revolutionary film that's going to change the way movies are made. That's not really what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the process and everything it took to get to this point. Sorry, I got something like I don't think I'm sick, but obviously, as everybody knows, Zack Snyder's Justice League is coming out on March 18th. Sorry, I'm thinking of Godzilla vs. Kong. March 18th, 2021. And that is, it's just over a month away now. It's not even a month and a half anymore. It's close. We're so close. Finally. And we kind of saw something similar to this with Sonic, where obviously they released, the initial first look of how Sonic's going to look in the show or in the movie. And then they released the trailer, and everyone was just like, what is this? Like, what even is, because Sonic just looked so awful. He looked terrible. So, Paramount came out into the public, and they're like, hey, we hear your guys' complaints. We understand. Yeah, we're going to do what we can to make this right. Obviously, those are very different circumstances. That's really the only thing you can compare these things is by that. Everything else is so drastically different with the situation. And you get to something like, an entity like Zack Snyder's Justice League, where obviously you had that tragic loss, like in his family. Can't even imagine going through that, and then of course Warner Brothers letting him go and bringing in Joss Whedon, which from a business standpoint, the Joss Whedon thing, not letting him go, that was wrong in every sense of the word. But bringing in the guy who did the Avengers, that makes some sense, like, yeah, this guy made the first two Avengers movies, which equaled like almost $3 billion total in revenue. Like, yeah, this guy can do some good. But it didn't work. Justice League was awful. And, there are some conspiracies where Joss Whedon was actually hired to make the movie bad, to then cement the fact that the Snyder Cut will never be made. There's the conspiracy theory that he was paid by Disney to sabotage the film. I don't believe either of those, but it is strange just how, it's not really strange. It makes sense because DC is just naturally darker, and that's how they are. That's how they've always been. If you don't like it, that's great. If you just like the fun popcorn flicks that Marvel gives you, that's great. No one's going to judge you for that. But hold on. Hold that thought real quick. I do need to send something to someone. And I have something of an announcement. I'm not going to be specific yet. Yeah. Hold on one second. All right, cool. So before we get, actually, I'm gonna wait a minute. But anyway, so the thing with his daughter happens. I'm not gonna go into any detail on that. If you know, you know, you know. Not my position to share. But obviously that happened. The Joss Whedon thing happened, and then Justice League comes out, and then they reshoot everything. They retool the entire movie. They recut it. They insert scenes that weren't there. They cut out almost 80% of the movie. It's just the whole movie is just not what it was supposed to be, and it was really, really unfortunate. And yeah, so there's that. Excuse me, guys. And then, yeah, it comes out. It loses money. It didn't even make money. A movie with Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, these tentpole superheroes, it comes out and it loses money. What? Like, Man of Steel did pretty okay, and Batman v Superman did very respective, almost 900 million. That's great. But this movie cost so much to make because they had to retool it, they had to recut it, they had to reshoot some scenes, they had to do all of this stuff. Instead of just waiting for Zack Snyder to grieve and to prepare himself to come back to the project. But we're not going to do that. We're just going to hire the guy who did the Avengers and just so we can get this movie out on time. Oh yeah, keep it under 2 hours because there's no story to tell here. We just want action and we just want flair. So just make it less, 2 hours or less. That's your deadline. So stupid. Anyway, so that happens. Comes out, loses money. It doesn't. I still, that baffles me that a movie about the Justice League loses money. That's whatever. It didn't it's not like it lost 500 million. It lost, I don't even know how much, but it wasn't like some huge number. But any million is a million too much. So that happens, and then that's it. And then the movement released the Snyder Cut, and it pushes and pushes and pushes and pushes and pulls and tugs and twists every part of Warner Brothers to make this happen. Hundreds of tweets every single day. Hey, Warner Brothers, release the Snyder Cut. Hey, Zack Snyder, does the Snyder Cut exist? Of course it exists. Is it finished? No, but the cut is there. It just needs special effects. Hey, Warner Brothers, release the Snyder Cut. # release Snyder Cut. And there are several days in there, like the fateful day in November of last year, or November of 2019. November of 2019 when it trended. And then, Ben Affleck, # release the Snyder Cut. Wonder Woman, # release the Snyder Cut. All of this stuff is happening. And then nothing. Months go by. Half a year goes by. Okay, I think we're back. Are we back? Okay, I think we're back. Okay, looks like we're good. So, anyway, all that happens, and then we go 6, almost 7 months with nothing until May of 2020, when he has the Man of Steel watch along on Vero with his fans. I was there on Vero. The only reason I have Vero is to keep tabs on Zack. That comes out at the very end when Henry Cavill shows up, and the fans are like, "Is it actually going to happen? Like, Henry's there. What's going to happen?" And then someone asks the question, is the Snyder Cut happening? is it going to come out? And he releases the picture. He shows the picture of all of the league. And he's like, well, I do have this. And the internet blew up. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, everything was imploding in on itself. Because at this time, HBO Max was out. It was not near as popular as it is now. HBO Max is my favorite streaming service as of right now. The sheer level of content, like the sheer amount of content you're getting for $15 a month is stupid good. The Flight Attendant, my favorite show of 2020. And Practical Jokers, which, I love. And just, there's so much, like Game of Thrones, and there's so much. And like, obviously every Warner Brothers film, every 2020 Warner Brothers film is coming to HBO Max. And that's huge. And like all the DC content, like the entire DCEU was on there, even Birds of Prey, which I loved. And you have all the DCAU, the DC Animated Universe, all the DC Animated Movie Universe. It's just huge. It's massive. And all of the HBO originals, like you got Doom Patrol on there now, and which got renewed for third season. Titans is renewed for third season, obviously. Like the Harley Quinn TV show. What's the one? Watchmen is on there. Chernobyl, which I need to watch Chernobyl. I haven't watched it yet. I've heard literally nothing but good things. It literally won so many awards. I have to watch it. But yeah, anyway, HBO Max is phenomenal. If you don't have it yet, get it. It's on Roku. It's on literally everything in the US, and it's expanding to Europe and Latin America this year, I think. Finally, more people can. And they're working through ways to get Zack Snyder's Justice League to other countries. Zack Snyder's Justice League is coming to India via another website. I don't remember what website it is, but they're partnering with HBO Max to bring them the Snyder Cut, which is good. They're really, really working hard to get this cut to as many people as they can. And I think that's a great thing. I think it's awesome. So yeah, that's phenomenal. And I'm glad they're doing that. So when he showed that, yes, the Snyder Cut is happening. There was no trailer until Fandom, and then that's the next key date was DC Fandom. I think it was August 22nd, 2020. I believe that was the date. And again, the internet blew up. We had Wonder Woman 1984 panels, the Black Adam panel, the Suicide Squad panel, and then we got to Zack Snyder's Justice League because that's what it was called, and that's what it is called, I'm pretty sure. I'm fairly certain they're going to go with that name, Zack Snyder's Justice League. I hope they do. I think it's a great name. I love it. Yeah. So we get to that panel, and he releases the Hallelujah, the trailer, and every DCEU fan, every Zack Snyderite, every member of Zack Snyder's army who has been fighting for this cut can finally throw their hat in the air and say, hallelujah, we did it. And I do want to touch on something that Zack Snyder has said more recently. So someone was talking about, oh my gosh, how toxic Zack Snyder's fan base is. Like, oh my gosh, they've been bullying Warner Brothers for 3 years to get this movie, and it's just going to come out and be terrible. Like, oh my gosh, you guys are the worst. But then I was thinking, and I was like, do they not know how toxic the Star Wars fan base is? Like, I love Star Wars. I am a huge Star Wars shill. Everything Star Wars, I love it. Clone Wars, Rebels, prequels, sequels, originals, Mandalorian. I love everything Star Wars pretty much. I love all Star Wars media. Battlefront 2, I play that regularly. Squadrons, not so much. I just don't like flying games much. Fallen Order, phenomenal game. I love Star Wars. But that fan base is terrible. There are so many people that are like, wait, you like the sequels? Are you even a real Star Wars fan? Or the other side, oh my gosh, you like the prequels? Like, are you even a real Star Wars fan? And then there are the original trilogy elitists that are like, you like anything but the originals? Are you even a real Star Wars fan? So that's always fun. How did I get talking about Star Wars? Lost my train of thought. great. That's so fun when that happens. Don't you love when that happens? Oh yeah. So we're talking about, and I wrote this really long comment in a passage about on an article that someone wrote about how toxic Zack Snyder's fan base is, and I think I'm going to read that to you. Actually, now that I think about it, I think I'm going to read that comment to you. So, you want that because I was really proud of it. Yeah. Okay. Am I not going to be able to find it? No. I think I found it. Okay, I did not find it. But I essentially explained that how crappy hey, we got Spider-Man trilogy here. What is up, man? Glad you could stop by. Just stop by after a busy editing session. I'm assuming if you guys are, again, following Spider-Man.trilogy on Instagram, phenomenal account. He posts some of the best Spider-Man edits you're going to find. But I'm assuming that's what you're talking about. Hashtag Snyder Cut. Yes, I was just going over kind of the story leading up to where we are right now. But yeah, I essentially explained that how crappy Snyder's fan base has been treated, like for forever. Like there was a time there where after Batman v Superman came out, where if you were a Zack Snyder fan, you didn't understand cinema. You don't understand what makes a good movie. You don't understand themes. You don't understand plot. You don't understand all of this stuff that obviously is a necessity in any successful film. So I explained that we've had these jerks screaming in our ears for 3 years saying it's never going to happen. The cut's not finished. The cut doesn't even exist. Snyder didn't get it shot. You guys are it's a pipe dream. You guys just need to stop bullying Warner Brothers, all this stuff, blah, 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 blah. And it was constant. Now I'm not lobbying for because Star Wars has a lot of them. Even some of the most, like Animal Crossing, for crying out loud, has toxic members of the fan base. That's just you're just going to see it. That you're going to. So I explained that, and I actually had a lot of people back me up, and I was like, "Oh, cool, that's nice. People feel the same way." And again, I'm not standing up for the people who because there are definitely toxic people within Snyder's fan base. But yeah, exactly. And this brings up a good point that I was going to bring up. Snyder haters always cry about how the fan base is toxic, but I never seen a community fan base that raised over $500,000 for suicide prevention. That is the key right there, because even people were like, yeah, you can donate money, but it doesn't make you a good person. I'm like, not everyone who's rallying for the Snyder Cut is a good person. We just want to see this guy's vision fulfilled. I just happen to be a huge, massive fan of Man of Steel, and especially Batman v Superman. I love those two films. I love Zack Snyder as a person. I adore him as a director. He's my favorite director. So yeah, go find me another community that raised $500,000 and donated that to ASFP. Please. AFSP, American Foundation of Suicide. I think it's AFSP, American Foundation of Suicide Prevention. But $500,000, $500,000, and I was part of that. I didn't donate a lot, but I was part of that $500,000. We did that as a community for Zack Snyder, for people who are struggling. I don't see any other communities doing that. And I brought that up in my argument. It wasn't an argument. It was very civilized, but I'm saying in my defense, like my side of the argument, I brought that up. So I'm going to get to my announcement here soon. I don't think anyone. Okay, cool. So yeah, that, and I explained to them that we just like the Snyder community, obviously they've just been treated like crap. And then once Snyder Cut did get announced, those same people came back and were like, oh, it's still gonna suck anyway. Like, why are you even excited for this? It's still gonna be bad. And I'm like, can you guys not give us a break for like 5 seconds? Like, let us be happy. Because I know plenty of people, like my good friend Mike, he's been on the show several times. He's not a Snyder. He doesn't like Zack Snyder. He doesn't like his style of film. But he is so happy that he's getting to see his vision fulfilled. Wanda vision fulfilled. I'm sorry, that was stupid. And I think that's what we need more of. Like, what's a director? Like, I don't know. Like, Avatar. I hate Avatar. Like, the blue people thing. I think it's so overrated. It's bloated. It's boring. It's dull. It's not dull. It's very pretty. I take that back. But, like, story-wise, I didn't love it. I didn't really love anything about Avatar except the graphics. So when he announced like Avatar 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like 13 or whatever, I was obviously excited for him and excited for all of those fans of Avatar because they get to see more of their story and more of the film that they love from the director they love. And I was like, that's great. Like, all film is subjective. Every single film is subjective. I think the first Transformers is one of the greatest movies of all time. Yeah, I know a lot of people don't feel that way. It's probably my top 15 of any movie I've ever seen. And not a lot of people feel that way, but not a lot of people have to. Not a lot of people have to feel that way because all film is objective. You can feel however you want about any film you want. And that's what's great about film. And that is what makes participating in a healthy conversation so much fun and so rewarding, is that you can get the other person's side of the story and still be their friend. You know, and that's the problem with politics and stuff today, is that you find, like, you see someone you disagree with and you're at each other's throats. Like, that's not how it should be. I'm obviously not going to share my political opinion on here, but yeah. So that, and then it's just how it'll change cinema is that the fans did this. The fans rallying for the Snyder Cut for over 3 years, 2017 to 2020, we fought day in and day out to make this thing happen, and it finally did. AT&T came in, they full-on bought Warner Media, set up HBO Max, and said, hey, you guys want the Snyder Cut? Zack, here's $80 million. Go finish it. Go nuts. What? We did that. Obviously, we didn't buy Warner Media. AT&T did. But we were the ones who fought all those years, you know, day in and day out, saying release Snyder Cut. And I'm taking the word fighting very loosely because obviously we didn't do any physical fighting or anything. But we were the ones who made it trend. We were the ones that got this noticed. Like, it's a big movement and it's not going to go anywhere. Like, the Ayer cut is next. I don't care as much to see an Ayer cut of Suicide Squad as I did a Snyder cut of Justice League, but I'm all for it. Like, because it's confirmed that David Ayer was screwed over by Warner Brothers, just like Zack Snyder was, and same with Kathy Ann, not to the same degree, but she recently came out like this past week saying that Warner Brothers interfered with Birds of Prey and the fantabulous emancipation of Harley Quinn, the longest title ever. She came out and said they interfered with that too. And it's just crazy. Like, I don't understand how they're not learning, because the Snyder Cut is such a huge thing. It's such a massive movement, and it's so popular, and it's going to pay off so well for them. So well. In HBO Max subscribers, watch minutes, like Wonder Woman 1984 blew Soul out of the water. Not review-wise. I think it was better than Soul. But watch minute-wise, new subscriptions to HBO Max-wise, it blew Soul out of the water. So once we get a couple more people in here, Trilogy's back, yay! Apparently, Zack Snyder is still getting back. He's still getting backstage heat. I feel really bad for all the continuous hate he gets for no damn reason. I can't wait to see how big of a success it's going to be. A success, like people are saying, like how big is it even going to be? And I'm sitting here wondering, like, it's going to be a success. Like, from this quarter compared to last quarter, HBO Max has doubled subscribers just for Wonder Woman. Like, imagine what it'll be for Justice League. And then, like, you have the little things, but I actually didn't think it was that bad. I thought it was quite good. But Godzilla vs. Kong, all of these huge movies, The Matrix 4 for crying out loud, coming out on HBO Max. So it's It's going to be nothing but good news. Ooh, we got Louise, Jamie, Jaime. I'm sorry, I don't. Zack Snyder just think is going to make Toby Emmerich look like an utter fool. Yes, it is. It absolutely is. Toby Emmerich wants this to fail, as the brilliant Robert Meyer Burnett explained. He wants it to fail, and it's going to make him look like a fool. So before I go, I do have it's a big announcement once it gets finalized. I'm not going to give away any details. I want to make sure that we're still running smooth, just because there's a lot of weather going on outside. We're in the middle of a blizzard right now as we speak, actually. I just want to make sure that the stream is still running well. Okay. Sorry, I'm not usually on my phone during streams, but I want to make sure. Okay, looks like everything's good. Good, okay. So, I have been talking to someone. Okay? I've been talking to someone. And, we got 3 viewers now. Louise says, Soups from Instant. Oh, Soups, nice, awesome. Burnett is totally on point. Burnett is, I like him a little more than John Campea, just because I don't like to compare them. I love John and Rob both, but I find myself watching Robservations more, just because it literally lines up so well with my work schedule that I always listen to Robservations in I have my my Galaxy Buds. I just pop one in at work. But that's a nice segue. That's a nice segue into what I'm going to say, and I'm hoping. I've been in touch with someone, and I'm going to have him on my show if everything goes smoothly. There are, obviously this is a very high profile person. He's very successful. He's amazing. Everything he does, he's awesome. He's an awesome guy. I've been in touch with, I'm not going to say his agents, but his moderators. He has a moderating team that's kind of his evil henchmen. And if all goes smoothly, he will be a guest on my show. I have sent him emails, and I got in. I haven't heard from him directly, but I got in direct contact with his head moderator, who does have direct contact with him. And I sent him an email and a Facebook message. I'm part of his Facebook group, and he forwarded the email telling him to look this over. So I'm not going to say who yet. I'm getting giddy just thinking about it. I can't imagine. But it's really big. It's really awesome. And I am really, really, really excited. So, yeah, I hope he does it. I've only got 120 subscribers, so no hate to you, man. If you decline, I'm honored. Just even, he said he was going to consider it. So it looks like we have another viewer that just popped in. I have a high profile person who is considering being a guest on my show. And like I'm assuming Louise is still here, or Louis. I'm sorry, I'm terrible with names. I'm not going to say who it is yet. Hoping for the best. Yeah, thank you. He said he was going to consider it, and I'm applying to be part of his moderator team. Just because I think he's so great. I think he's awesome. And the moderator was extremely respectful. And yeah, he forwarded all of my messages to Rob. Oh my gosh, idiot. Gosh dang it. Never mind. You know what? Whatever. Yeah. I have been in contact with Robert Meyer Burnett. And he said he was going to consider being on my show, even though it only has 120 subscribers. Yeah. Dang it. I can't believe I just ruined that surprise. No. Yeah, Trilogy says no effing way. Yeah. Yeah. So I got in contact with his head moderator, and I'm trying to apply as a moderator there on his show just because I watch his shows anyway, so I might as well help out. Um, Hell yeah, that would be sick. It would be sick. It would be amazing. Like it's um yeah, bro, I know. I'm trying not to get too excited because like yeah, if it falls through or something. Um but I wrote him a tip on Rob Observations, and I was like, "Hey, I have my show, doesn't time to chat. I only have like 120 subscribers, so don't feel pressured to do this." And I was like, "But if you wanted to be a guest on my show, I'd be absolutely honored to have you." And then he was like, "Very interesting. I will definitely consider it, Justin. Thank you." And then the next day, I sent I sent two people an email, and then I heard back from one of them. He's like, "I think that'd be awesome." I forwarded it to Rob. If you don't hear back from me in like 3 to 4 days, email me again, and then we'll go into this. And then I joined the Facebook. I've been a member of the Facebook group, the Post Geek Singularity, and I got in contact with the head moderator who has direct contact to Rob. Um, Swag Chump is here. Nice. See a Chump Daily. Awesome. Glad you're here. Feel free to subscribe, join the community, stay a while. But yeah, let me see what the messages said. Actually, hold on. Give me a sec. This is I know it's crazy. Just thinking of having him on my show. Okay. Yes. He said, please stay in touch. And then he was going to email the head moderator. My moderating application. He's going to review it and connect me within the week. And then, hold on. I have another one from. All right, here we go. Okay. So I sent to the guy who Swag Temp Pearson. Yep. Everyone go in the live chat and claim your cheese from Trilogy. He has free cheese for everyone. Claim that. Claim that now. So I said, hello, blank. I wrote in a question to Rob on Observations about having him as a guest on my show. I knew it would be a long shot, but he actually said he would consider it. And then I gave him my personal email. That is my personal email that you or he can use to get in contact with me. I wasn't sure how else to get in contact with Rob. Hopefully we can get something worked out soon. Thank you. Nice. Louise got some cheese. Nice. I'm going to claim some of that cheese too in a sec. And then I sent that. When did I send that? 2 days ago. And then he wrote back today. So, whatever. He said, hey, Justin, sorry for the delay in getting back to you. The last couple days have been crazy. And then I was like, thanks a lot. No problem. Life happens. And he said, I forwarded your email to Rob and told him that he needs to get back to you. If you don't hear in the next 3 or 4 days, let me know and I will remind him to get in contact with you. Thank you. Best regards, blank. And then I said, thanks a lot. That'd be amazing. Best regards. It's no problem. I understand life can be hectic, especially in this day and age. Hope everything works out for the best. So, yeah. I just get giddy thinking about it. Like, me sitting here having a conversation with the great Robert Byron Burnett, who Rob is actually having his stream right now. Elizaviews whining about movies. I think they're doing Gladiator tonight. But I can't imagine. Like, I hope it works out. I really do. And obviously, if it doesn't, whatever, but the fact that he, like, on his show, he's like, I will definitely consider it. So, yeah. Sounds promising. Definitely here already if it goes through. Yes, absolutely. I will let you all know immediately. I will let all you wonderful CEOs of cinema in the live chat. I will let you guys know what happens. I'll keep you guys updated. Yeah, so he said in 3 to 4 days. So if I don't hear from him by Tuesday or Wednesday, then I'll email him again. But I can't believe I ruined the surprise. Oh my gosh, I cannot keep a secret, but it's awesome. I can't imagine. Yeah, that's all I got. Yeah, so it's pretty big. It's pretty huge. Um, so yes, I think. Anyone have any last minute questions before I sign off tonight? Anyone want to say? That was my phone. Sorry. Anyone want to say any last minute questions or anything? I'm glad the chat picked up towards the end. That made me happy. I always love it, having people come in here and just hanging out, you know? You guys like my mini-me? Just some luck flying towards you, my man. Exactly. Thank you, Lewis. Thank you. Is it? I don't know how you'd put this in the chat, but is it Lewis or Louise? And then like is it Jaime or like I don't know. I'm sorry. Had a great time, bro. Keep up the positive vibes, and I hope everything goes swimmingly. Well, thank you, Trilogy. I really hope everything goes swimmingly too. It's certainly looking that way. Man, I can't even imagine. Like, it's crazy. I really hope it goes. Yeah, because I sent Rob an actual email too. I found his email. I didn't hack him or anything. It was on his Instagram. But yeah. Lewis Jamie. Oh. Okay. That makes more sense. Okay. Lewis Jamie. And the gorilla is silent. Okay. So it's not Lewis Jamie. It's just Lewis Jamie. Okay. I was wondering about that actually. Because some people do have like like silent gorillas, like some silent monkeys, silent snakes, like silent bears, silent elephants. So it's good to let me know. So thank you. But yeah, it feels good to be back. It feels good to, and like I said, I don't know who all heard this, but I have a new ring light right above my camera, and the lighting is so like, if I didn't have it, this is what my lighting would look like right now. Like, I don't know how I ever did my show without having a direct light source. So I think it definitely looks a lot better. You got it. Yeah, it confuses people often. Yeah, I was just wondering. Like, I didn't know if you were if you were from Mexico or like Spain or like Luis Jaime or that's Italy, but whatever. There could be a Luis Jaime in Italy. It's me, Luis Jaime. That's so stupid. Don't report me for racism, please. Just joshing. All right. I think. Oh, it's okay. It's Spider-Man. I was trying to figure out what your profile picture was. Thank you guys for tuning in. Very nice, Mara. I actually kind of impressed myself there just now. It's me, Mario. That was not as good, but whatever. So yeah, there's my big announcement. You guys heard it here first. I'm not going to say anything on Instagram or anything just until it's confirmed. But I'm really, really hoping all goes through. And that could be, the thing that really puts Just in Time to Chat on the map. I'm not doing it for that purpose. I'm doing it because having a freaking stream with the Robert Meyer Burnett would be literally a dream come true because he's my favorite streamer. He has my favorite movie talk show. So yeah. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. That's putting it lightly. But yeah, I think I'm gonna sign off. If you guys don't have anything else to say, I'm probably going to watch. What should I watch tonight? That is the question that I do not have the answer to, unfortunately. Okay, looks like we still got 2 viewers. We got up to 3, I think, at one point, so that was good. Yeah. Brunette or not, if you're ever looking for a low-profile guest, let me know. I will be getting in touch with you. I absolutely will be getting in touch with you. I think we need to do a show very soon. Same with you, Trilogy. We need to make that happen. I don't, I've had Mike on here before. I've had Alex from Main Street Finance on here before. Both fantastic guests, and it's always nice to have someone to converse with. Like I got no problem doing my show on my own. And I may have a co-host. Still working out the details, but I may have a co-host set up. So, yeah. But yeah, thank you for that, Lewis Jamie. Off topic, my guy, but you look much leaner last time I've seen you. Oh, thank you. Wow. Thanks. That means a lot, actually. Because I kind of fell off the horse. But yeah, thank you. That was really nice. Thanks, Trilogy. Me and Mike have some podcast history that has not been seen, but hopefully. Really? So that's awesome. I did not know that you and Mike did a podcast. That's awesome. Is it? I don't know if he wants me to say it. I'm not going to say it. Is it his show? Like his named show? He doesn't have any episodes out yet. I don't think. Unless I'm blanking. Like unless I'm missing it. But I helped him on what podcasting software to use, and then now he has the same laptop I do, actually, the Acer Nitro 5. It's phenomenal. It's a phenomenal piece of hardware. It's running StreamYard right now. It's running YouTube right now. It's powering my Ring lamp. It's powering my mic. It's powering my camera. It's a unit. It can it can run Warzone on max settings. Granted, it screams, but it can do it. Mike's thing. Wow. Okay, I will definitely be getting in touch with you then. Wow, that's awesome. I did not know. Yeah, I've had Mike on here. I don't remember which episodes, but he's been on here 2 or 3 times. And I remember the first time I had him on here, we recorded the episode. This is before I was doing it live. Obviously, doing it live, like kind of like Rob and John do. It's much nicer. I can interact with you guys much more. Yeah, so I like doing it live. Pretty much every. I try to do it every time I do a show. And now that when I got my new laptop, that obviously made it possible. My old laptop just it couldn't handle it. Sorry, my jaw. Something wrong with my jaw, But yeah, we recorded the episode, and my OBS crashed right at the end of it. I don't use OBS anymore. I use StreamYard, and it's fantastic. But it crashed, and our whole episode was gone. It was like a 40-something minute episode, and it was just gone. It was unretrievable. And I messaged him, and I was like, dude, the episode's gone. So we shuffled up. The topics. And we did a new episode, and it sucked, but it was, it was learning experience. That was like my 3rd or 4th episode. Now we're almost to episode 40, and I've got my new laptop, my new ring light. Like, I don't know. I feel like every day I'm getting something new for this show. Hopefully his new hardware will help with new. I absolutely agree. I'm sure it will. The laptop he got is an absolute chonk. It's a phenomenal piece of hardware. Full HD, 1080p. It's great. It's got 1, 2, 3. It has 3 standard USB ports. It has a USB-C. It has 3 standard USB ones, and then it has a USB-C, the type of charger that your Samsung takes. Yeah, and then it has an Ethernet port. It's fun. It's fantastic. It's a Ryzen 5. It's great. 8 gigs of RAM, I believe. 256 gigs of storage, and I put a custom 1 terabyte hard drive in it. But yeah, that's really awesome, Lewis. I want to get in touch with you. That'd be amazing. I would love to have you on my show. I would absolutely love it. Yeah, that'd be amazing. I need one of those stuck with an iPad and a Chromebook. iPad, it would be tough because StreamYard isn't actually an app. It's something. It's literally a website. But your Chromebook, I'm almost certain you could definitely do StreamYard through that. Um, so like when I do have you on as a guest, um, I mean you can use an iPad, but it's just like it's harder to have the interface on a mobile device where it's not up. Oh, the Matrix. No, 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 no. Okay, that was stupid. And that wasn't even the Matrix. That was Stranger Things. Um, but yeah, I know for a fact that a Chromebook can run StreamYard. So if I host it, I think you should be fine. But Chromebooks aren't. They're not meant to render video. They're not meant to edit videos. But they're not bad pieces of technology. My sister has a Chromebook and she loves it. Um, but yeah, and I have the paid plan for StreamYard that lets me put in whatever I want. But yeah. Inception, yes, such a masterclass piece of cinema. Um, in my top 5, I think it's my third. Is it? No, it's number 4. It's my 4th favorite film of all time. Um, so good. Christopher Nolan's best, in my opinion. Did not love Tenet. Yeah, love me some Inception. The cast and just obviously the effects and everything. Like Inception just works on all cylinders. It's firing on all cylinders all the time. Go 40, a 48-minute episode. Nice. 100%. Yeah, it's such a good film. All right, guys, it is 9:53 Central Time. I am probably going to end it here. Ooh. I'm one of the few people that doesn't enjoy Inception, Interstellar, or Prestige. Oh my gosh, really? I think Interstellar is a masterpiece as well. That's got to be that's my second favorite Nolan film is Interstellar. But man, wow, don't enjoy Inception. Dang, trilogy. Ouch. That's all I'm gonna say. No, all films subjective. You can love whatever you want. You can hate whatever you hate. And that's what's great about film. No one can tell you how to. I mean, people can tell you how to think all they want to, but at the end of the day, it's what you think that matters. I like every Star Wars movie. I don't love all of them, but I like all of them. No matter how many times the prequel stand tell me how bad the sequels are, or how many times the sequel stands tell me how bad the prequels are. I like it all. If it's Star Wars, I like. Just like like Middle Earth. Lord of the Rings: Return of the King is my favorite film of all time. I love The Hobbit. I don't just like it. I love the Hobbit movies. They're messy, and they're flawed. They're very flawed. But once you see the story of why they're flawed, you have more sympathy as to why they are that way. But yeah, no matter how many times people tell me how bad movies they are, I love them, and I don't care, and you shouldn't care either. Whatever you like, you like. Whatever you hate, and that's all that matters. You don't have to agree with anyone. You don't have to agree with anyone. No one. I've never seen Gladiator though, because talking about Rob reminded me. He's doing a show right now, and I've never seen Gladiator, and that's what they're doing it on. So, I feel like I'd be a little lost, but it's fine. It's fine. Anything else you guys want to say? Have you never watched any of the Lord of the Rings, Lewis? Have you never watched any of them? I might have to show you something if you've never watched them before. Oh man, dude, if you've never watched Lord of the Rings, it's on HBO Max if you have HBO Max. But I own them. I own them digitally. I own the extended. Never ever. Oh no. That's so sad. Never watched Lord of the Rings. Thank you, Trilogy. You have a great rest of your day too. Thank you for being here. That's all I can say. Yeah, having you guys here is why I do the show and what makes it worth it. Never ever. Okay. I own the Lord of the Rings trilogy on DVD twice because I have the amazing box sets. Like they're limited edition. They're like $180 a piece online. They're beautiful. I have them digital HD, extended, digital HD theatrical, digital standard definition theatrical. I don't have them on Blu-ray because I have them digital HD. But dude, it's my favorite trilogy. Like I only watch it once a year, maybe, just because it's so much film, and I watch the extended. But maybe that's what I watch. Maybe I'll start. Maybe I'll start Fellowship again. I'll start my yearly watch through. But dude, Return of the King, man, my favorite film of all time. You don't have HBO Max yet, but of course, getting it before March 18th. Nice. And that's what I'm hoping is that obviously we're gonna have millions of people that get HBO Max just for Zack Snyder's Justice League, which was the original topic of the show. But I'm hoping people stay subscribed. Like I'm hoping people get it and they realize how much sheer content is on the service. Like, ooh, maybe I should keep this. Like, oh, they've got all the DC animated shows. They've got all the DC live action shows, all the DC animated movies, the live action movies. They've got all the Studio Ghibli, whatever, how you say it. They've got the Cartoon Network stuff. They have Comedy. Do they have Comedy Central? Do they? They have Impractical Jokers, but I don't know if that's Comedy Central. But they've got so much. Like the sheer amount of content is stupid good. But yeah, and that is how Zack Snyder's Justice League will change cinema. Just kidding. We got off track. Well, actually, we didn't even get off track. I pretty much finished the topic. And then we just started, and then we started just talking, which that's fun. That's always fun. But now I actually am going to call it. We're closing in on 54 minutes here. Thank you guys, especially Lewis and Trilogy. I think you guys were the two. It's True TV. Okay. That makes sense. It was True TV. I'm wondering how we're going to watch season 9 of Impractical Jokers because I don't have cable. Yeah, it was Lewis. Okay. Thank you guys, Lewis and Trilogy, for showing up and being here, being active in the community. The community will do nothing but grow. So yeah, always a pleasure to have you guys on the or not on the show, but in the live chat, keeping the live chat running. You guys are the lifeblood of the show, and you guys know the announcement, and hopefully, fingers crossed that it can go through. Man, I can't even imagine. I can't imagine sitting here and having a live show with the Robert Meyer Burnett. I just can't. We may disagree on some things, but heck of a guy. Oh, I will. Thank you, Lewis. I will have a fantastic night, and you too. I'm probably going to go to bed early. Not early. It's 10. But I had to go pick my cousin up from her basketball game because it's snowing. It's still snowing. We got like 7 inches of snow on the ground. But thank you guys so much for watching. I had a great night. I hope you guys had a great night too. I think you guys are both subscribed already, but if you're not, subscribe. Like it, and yeah, I will see you guys in the next episode. I hope you all have a great night.